different now. This is a video that I want every single person to watch. So I was saying, should I separate the last stream where we gave feedback on a specific brand from...
Okay, yes, we can, yes.
This is a... So that was the question I was asking. All right, so we are looking at this blog post that was shared on the 8th of June. I know I asked you guys to look for it. How many people found it? I'll take that as nobody. All right, Timei, please read the first paragraph. Let's read through together, and then we will discuss as you read. All right. So she will read the first paragraph. Bolaji or Susan will read the next one. Timei?
I'm back.
All right. So please read it. I don't want to be the only one talking today. Read, tell me what you understand, and we'll discuss. And after she reads the first paragraph...
See your screen. Are you sharing your screen?
I'm not sharing my screen again. All right. I'm sharing my screen now. All right. So this is the blog post that we're talking about, shedding more light on how Instagram works. So let's read through it, because I know if I tell you guys to read it, people will read it. So read through and then we will discuss. So Timei, you start.
Okay, it's hard to trust what you don't understand. We want to do a better job of explaining how Instagram works. There are a lot of misconceptions out there, and recognize that we can do more to help people understand what we do. Today, we're sharing the first in a series of posts that will shed more light on how Instagram's technology works and how it impacts the experiences people have across the app. The first post tries to answer questions like, how does Instagram decide what shows up for me first? Why do some of my posts get more views than others? And how does Instagram decide what to show me? Explore. What is the algorithm?
What to show me?
Yes.
Okay. Do you understand what they mean by that statement? Do you understand what you just read?
Yes, spell the last sentence. Mix. Yes.
So every other person understands what they mean by what you show me in Explore. When you get on Instagram, you know you have 5 buttons at the bottom of the screen. You want to a situation where when you click on the finder key, your own post shows. When people do that, your own post shows on the Explore page. And that's what they're talking about. So how does Instagram determine what shows up on the Explore page, which is what TikTok will call the For You page? It's just a generic page where you are able to get more attention. So how do we get our clients from just being on only their followers' profile to be on other people's profile? All right, please continue. What is the algorithm? Who's next?
What is the algorithm?
Okay.
One of the main misconceptions we want to clear up is the existence of the algorithm. Instagram doesn't have one algorithm that oversees what people do and don't see on the app. We use a variety of algorithms, classifiers, and processes, each one with its own purpose. We want to make the most of your time. I believe that technology to personalize your experience is the best way to do that. When we first launched in 2010, Instagram was a single stream of photos in chronological order. But as more people joined and more were shared, it became impossible for most people to see everything, let alone all the posts they cared about. By 2016, people were missing 70% of all their posts in feed, including half of posts from their close connections. So, developed and introduced a feed that ranked posts based on what you care about most.
Okay.
Each part of the app, feed, explore, reels, uses its own algorithm tailored to how people use it. People tend to look for their closest friends in stories, but they want to discover something entirely new in explore. We rank things differently in different parts of the app based on how people use them.
All right. Okay. So everybody has been screaming about the algorithm for a while. For those of us that have been on Instagram for a while, remember the chronological one where if you post at a specific time and people are online, they can actually see your post. But now that's not necessarily the case because posts are based on people's interaction and your interaction with these people. How are we interacting with our target audience and how our target audience interacting with us so that they see the posts that we make? We want a situation where when we post, we are able to build engagement. I always say, don't take the human out of social media. Don't take the social out of social media. This is what they're telling you to do, to engage with people, and they will show you content that you engage with. Like if you go on my feed now, you will see lots of Korean recommendations for Korean series because I'm on a detox diet. Almost all the ads that have come up for me, you won't believe it, are about doing detox, taking healthy drinks and stuff like that. That just goes to show you that Instagram gives you what you've been interacting with recently. So, what are our target audience interacting with for us to show up on their feed? That's one question we have to ask. All right. Susan, are you with us?
Yes, I'm with you, ma.
All right, please, you read.
Okay, how we rank feed and stories. Over the years, we've learned that feed and stories are placed when people want to see content from their friends. I'm sorry, it's very, I can't see. Okay, when people want to see content from their friends, family, and those they are closest to, with any ranking algorithm, how it works can be broken down into steps. We start by defining the set of things we plan to rank in the first place. With feeds and with stories, this is relatively simple. It's all this it's all the recent posts shared by the people you follow. There are a few exceptions like ads, but the vast majority of what you see is shared by those you follow. Next, we take all the information we have about what was posted, the people who made those posts, and your preferences. We call these signals, and there are thousands of them. They include everything from what time a post was shared to whether you're using a phone or a web to how often you like videos. The most important signal across feed and stories, roughly in order of importance, are one, information about the post. These are signals both about how popular a post is. Think how many people have liked it and more mundane information about the content itself, like when it was posted, how long it is, if it's a video, and what location, if any, was attached to it. So information about the person who posted it. This helps us get a sense for how interesting the person might be to you and include signals like how many times people have interacted with that person in the past few weeks. Three, your activity. This helps us understand what you might be interested in and include signals such as how many posts you've liked. Four, your history of interacting with someone. This gives us a sense of how interested you are generally in seeing posts from a particular person. An example is whether or not you comment on each other's posts.
Okay, thank you for that. All right, let's talk about these for a while, how we rank feeds and stories. Our focus has been on feeds. We need to move away from that for every single client. We need to move from feeds to feeds and stories. So yes, we always say create valuable content, but that's not enough. It's so information about the post. They say, okay, they call them signals. information about the post is a very, very good signal, but that's something we already do. We always say, oh, our videos we know should be 60-second long. We can use this amount of words. We think about adding value. We don't want to oversell. We use the geographical tag and we tag people if necessary. So information about the post is kind of self-explanatory. Information about the person who posted. Some people are scrolling all the time and some people engage more with this. Have you not surprised that the shade room will post something and within hours that's gotten up to 1 million or so? Because shade room understands that this one that they did that is getting this type of engagement, these people will also like to see it, and then they show it to those people. It appears on their explore page. We want that for our clients. Okay, your activity. I save a lot of posts and I send lots of posts. I talk about Korean series, so I get recommendation for that. If our target audience is not searching for personal stylists, butcher shops, and all these things, and liking food blogs, they may not necessarily come to our feed, or we may not go to their feed. And then how we interact with people gives us a sense of how interested you are in generally seeing posts from a particular person. There are some people in your life that the moment you post that they like it, no matter what, whether you post yourself, no matter. So if you have an history of somebody that anytime you post, people are interacting, there's a more tendency of them showing them your post or pushing your post towards them, which is what we want to happen for our clients. We want a situation where our clients' posts are given to the right people and in front of the are put in front of the right people. So the next person to read is Comfort. All right. Comfort is in a with our best friend, so we'll leave best friend and Comfort for now. John, are you still there?
John is not here.
With you.
So am I reading from there a few cases?
Anita, where did you stop? From where we this I think from there we make a set of predictions.
Okay. Sorry, my this is a bit noisy. From there we make set of predictions. These are educated guesses at how likely you are to interact with a post in different ways. There are roughly a dozen of this. In feed, the 5 interactions we look at mostly closely are how likely you are to spend a few seconds on a post, comment on it, like it, save it, and tap on the profile photo. The more likely you are to take an action and the more heavily we weigh that action. The higher up you will see the post, we add and remove signals and predictions over time, working to get better at surfacing what you're interested in. Or should I go on?
Yes, please. Okay, before you go on, so there's something we always look at when we say make post, comment, like, save, and tap on the profile photos. That's something we need to start doing. Please, everybody has to be involved. When someone posts, the more people interact with my post, the more people interact with Amanu post, the more they show it to other people. If we are asking you to share your link, like, comment this, and people don't do it, it doesn't get us in front of the right people. So no matter how good the content you've created is, others will not see it. Others will not see it. We are not creating just to keep it there. We're creating to have conversations that lead to sales. So we have to be intentional about the posts, comments, and saves, reminding ourselves to do it. Share it in your stories. When I post, share it, make a comment. When Amanu posts, when unlocking posts, let all of us do that consistently. All right, so think about the 5 interactions for feed. Please continue.
Okay. There are a few cases where we try to take other considerations into account. One example of this is where we try to avoid showing too many posts from the same person in a row. Another example is stories that were reshared from feed. Until recently, we value these stories less because we've heard consistently that people are more interested in seeing original stories. But we see a swell of reshared posts in big moments. Everything from the World Cup to social unrest. And in this moment, people were expecting their stories to reach more people than they did. So we stopped. We always want to lean towards
Sorry.
letting.
Have you noticed that stories have reduced? The views for stories have reduced. I don't know if any of you does stories. Everybody start putting your stories and then look at it compared to last year. And they said it. We see a swell of reshared moments, blah blah. And the reason why people were expecting their stories to reach more people than they did. So we stopped. They're telling you what they've actually done to and telling you what you should do to improve your visibility. So this is a post that I want people to read again and discuss on Sunday if I'm not here. But continue.
Okay. We always want to lean towards letting people express themselves. But when someone posts something that may jeopardize another person's safety, we stepped in. We have community guidelines that apply not only to feed and stories, but to all of Instagram. Most of these rules are focused on keeping people safe. If you post something that goes against our community guidelines and we find it, we take it down. If this happens repeatedly, we may prevent you from sharing, and eventually we might suspend your account. If you think you've made a mistake, and we do make mistakes, you can appeal by following these steps. Another important case to call out.
On this is going to give us the steps to follow. But we've not
Okay.
had a situation where our clients' accounts have been suspended. But if they are suspended, we know what to do. But what we're trying to do is this: we are trying to make sure we are not spreading misinformation. We don't want Instagram to have to take our client posts down. So we have to be careful with copyright music information so that we're not plagiarizing people. That's why we have the AI software to help us rewrite certain things, even if you get inspiration from someone. Don't copy anybody so that nobody will come and do social claims on your page. As much as possible, try to be authentic, but learn from others. Please continue.
Okay, Mom. Another important case to call out is misinformation. If you post something that the third-party fact checkers label as misinformation, we don't take it down. But we do apply a label and show the post lower in feed and stories. If you've posted misinformation multiple times, we may make all of your content harder to find.
Okay, fantastic. Who wants to go next? Let's look at how we rank in Explore. Then we have Reels and we're almost done. How do we rank in Explore?
Okay. Explore was designed to help you discover new things. The grid is made up of recommendations, photos and videos that we go out and find for you, which is very different from feed and stories, where the vast majority of what you see is from the accounts you follow. Again, the first step we take is defining a set of posts to rank. To find photos and videos you might be interested in, we look at signals like what posts you've liked, saved, and commented on in the past. Let's say you've recently liked a number of photos from San Francisco, Dublin, Chef, Katai Bay, BI. We then look at who else likes catty photos and then what other account those people are interested in. Maybe who like catty are also into the SF dim some spots. In that case, the next time you open Explore, we might show you photo or videos from at Dragon Bow. In practice, this means that if you're interested in dumplings, you might see posts about related topics like go Yoza and dim sum without us necessarily understanding what each post is about. Once we found a group of photos and videos you might be interested in, we then order them by how interested we think you are in each one, much like how we rank feed and stories. The best way to guess how interested you are in something is to predict how likely you are to do something with the post. The most important action we predict in Explore include likes, saves, and shares. The most important signal we look at is rough under order of importance are information about the post.
Okay, sorry, 1 second. So it has told us what they like in Explore, like, saves, and share. It told us what they like in feeds earlier on. So we're going to have to see what they like in each one and try and encourage people to do it on that part. With Explore, we do not have control because it goes there. We can't really tell people to like. But it said, okay, order of importance, this is what they look at. So if we keep on reading this article, we will notice that it's giving us all the information we need for all the platforms. It tells us about how we can create our content in a way that is very meaningful. I don't want to keep us past an hour unless you guys want us to continue listening, but everybody should read this post. Please read this post and then we will look at it on Sunday. Tell Isibeya that I said that he will be teaching on this post on Sunday. So please send him the link, Amaka. Everybody will take, one person will take feed. He can take feed, you can take explore or something, share it between yourselves. But just tell Isibeya because you and I will be busy that day, Amaka. We'll be doing the children's event.
Sorry, she's not on the call. I didn't get what you said.
I said that I don't want to keep us longer than an hour because I know that we still have work to do. I want a situation where we all read this post and we will discuss it again. It's also something we wanted to bring to our attention. So when we are telling people to like, save, share, comment, and they're just liking, they have to do all these other things because it improves our reach. It improves the way we interact with people. They look at your activity, they look at the activity of our audience. So if they're liking this thing with their clients' pages and other things, they're supposed to be going to similar pages also. But if they're not liking and they're not doing all these things and they're just posting, it leaves the post at the client at a disadvantage. So please read this post. Read this blog post. I've put the link in the description. I mean, in the chat. Have a look at it. Everybody should have a look at it. We will discuss it again on Sunday. But everybody should read it before Sunday. However, NKBC has an event on Sunday, so Isibeya will have to host this meeting. So tell him that he should host it or they should let us know what is happening. And we will join them eventually, but he should read this blog post. Everybody should read it before Sunday. Please, comfort. Because it just shows us the importance of what we are looking for and what we are aiming to achieve. Any questions? Any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right. Who do we have on the call still?
Myself, Elsie, Timon Locking.
Okay, all right, no problem. Timon Locking, did you people get this? So with Timon Locking, I want you people to read this on your own. You guys don't come on Sundays for the team meeting. Read this on your own and discuss. And then next week on Monday, you people will do a presentation on this. You people should nominate one person amongst you that will come and talk to us about these posts, about this blog posts, the Instagram algorithms. If we understand the algorithms, it will improve our content. So I will let you people decide who will take this month's own. Next month, another person will take and we'll keep rotating it. If you don't choose for me by tomorrow, I will choose for you people. So I'm giving you people till this evening to choose, nominate the person. If you want to do it as a group, and one person will take reels, one person will take shadow banning, and one person takes every side, it's even better. You can divide it amongst yourselves so that you understand it well. Is that okay?
Okay, ma.
All right. So either you divide and conquer, or one person does it alone. I would suggest divide it amongst yourselves so that once, because this is the truth. This is why I'm telling people to do it. You learn by doing. You don't just learn by saying, oh, I've heard. You go back, reflect on it. When you're teaching others, you're also learning. So let's have a conversation about this on Monday, and we'll take it from there. Maybe Monday or Friday. I will let you guys know because I know people have a meeting on Monday morning. So let's just say Friday.
Okay, ma. But how do we get the document?
It's in the chat. It's on their website. It's on Instagram.com but it's in the Zoom chat. Sorry? So you guys should share it amongst yourselves, and then everybody read your own part and understand it. If you want to do more research on it so you have better insights on how we can use it to improve the brand. So when we are talking to customers, we know exactly what we're saying. We are not
Okay,
making
ma.
money with Instagram. We are focusing on feed. Feed alone is not making us money for our money. We've not booked any client from Instagram for unlocking. Those are things that we need to address. End of month is coming again. We don't want to be running elter skelter looking for salary. All right.
Okay.
All right,
Thank you.
everybody. So thank you all for joining us today. I don't want to keep you too long. We'll have another conversation later about this.